So Moss, do you remember the day that we met? I know it had to do with our blackberries. You know, we had our little crackberries and we would never let them out of our hand. But, you know, let's go a little bit deeper into our story and how we connected.
Okay. So I had just gone through 2.5 years of taking care of my daughter who had gone through brain cancer, and I put my license on ice. And I was wanting to get back into real estate, but I didn't know how. I was missing something. I was depressed. I didn't have like a go-getting attitude anymore. So I decided to take this amazing course on emotional intelligence. And that's where I met Leah. She happened to be a coach in the program, and there was that, you know, that moment that we spoke about our crackberries and we connected in a way, right? And you said, hey, you know, I'm going for an interview for this new company that does high rise, and I said, I'm in. I felt like that was a moment that I was waiting for.
And it was so weird. I mean, and going into my story a little bit, I was introduced to the emotional intelligence workshop, or that whole, you know, industry. It really changed my life. And at the time, you know, I was in a marriage that was falling apart at the time, and everything kind of looked good in my life on the outside. But the people that really knew me the best knew that, you know, I was crumbling inside. And she was actually my appraiser. You know, I did loans, you know, obviously my appraiser. And she said, give me your credit card. I was like, for what? You know, and she's like, just give me your credit card. And she chased me for weeks. And I said, listen, I don't need to go any workshop. I'm fine. And when I finally gave in, I gave her my credit card, and I still call her to this day and thank her for never giving up on me, because it literally changed the trajectory of my life. And doing all that work, it made me feel good to come back and give back by coaching. And I would just come back. I still go back, and I come back year after year to coach, because that was a gift. Right. That emotional intelligence training and all that work that we did, it really changed my mindset and how I looked at things. And I'm so thankful, because I've met so many amazing people in my life. And look here, after how many years, like, who knew that we would become best friends and business partners after all this? And that brought us together.
It totally did. And I love what EI did for my relationships in business, my relationships in, you know, in marriage, and friends and children, you know, how to deal with my emotions. I know that for us as business partners, we, when we have something not work, we talk about it. We talk about it in a way that we're like, okay, this does not work. This is what made me feel. You know, I feel like some people don't know how to handle their emotions.
It definitely made me a better parent too. I mean, there was just all kinds of stuff, of course, with parenting that pops up, but being able to talk about it. Even now, my kids, like, we have a great relationship. They don't hide anything from me. Well, hopefully they don't hide anything from me.
No, stuff comes up now.
So like, don't be hiding anything from me. But, you know, I feel like we have a great relationship, and I feel so happy. And hopefully, you know, they can model that. I've modeled that well enough that they can take that to their children when they have children. And I know you're the same way, and family's everything to me. And that I just think back, I'm getting the goosebumps just thinking about it, how much of an impact that made in my life.
I know that, you know, for my daughter, after going through that battle, you know, she had no goals anymore. You know, she had, her life stopped at 14. So for her, to me, to see her now where she's at, and see her evolve to have new goals, you know, have her own home and have her own career, has her own office, you know, for a mother, that you couldn't ask for anything better, you know. You know, I feel like we've done a good job to teach our children about EI. It's so important in life, I feel.
So important. And you know, it's like just hearing that about Cass, it's like, I think that's what I wasn't your coach, but I was in, you know, your group. I was the coach in your group. But I remember hearing your story, and I remember when I first went to King of Condos, and I started getting into the high rise, the niche of high rise. And I remember thinking about you and your story. And I remember you wanted to get back into business. That's what I heard. And I didn't know you that well.
Yeah.
And something in my gut told me, you need to reach out to this girl and tell her, come with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take her on this journey with you. And now look, how many years that was 10 years ago with King of Condos. But now, like, it just seems like, you know, life has an amazing path.
It does.
And you have to listen. I feel I have to listen to the things that it guides me to. And I feel like it guided me to you.
Don't make me cry.